Okay, third grade, we're getting ready. It's Friday. We're getting ready for our spelling test. So I sent you a piece of paper. You can use that, or you can use another piece of paper. That's fine. Make sure you put spelling test at the top of the paper and your name. And we're going to number to 20. Number to 20. And then you're going to need your read and think book. Okay, and you also have a penmanship test. That maybe you already have done. Maybe you haven't done it yet, then you need to get it done today so that that can be in your packet when it comes back. All right, then we're going to start our spelling test. So you should have your paper, you should have something to write with. I'll say the word, I'll use it in a sentence, and then I'll wait about 5 seconds before I go on. And if you need something repeated at the end, you'll have to ask someone. All right, number one. The word number one is truly. Truly. I am truly sorry that I hurt your feelings. Truly. Number two, bravely. Bravely. He faced his troubles bravely. Bravely. Number three is boldly. Boldly. Stephen preached the gospel boldly. Boldly. Number five is blooming. Blooming. The trees in the orange grove are blooming. Blooming. Number six is refreshing. Refreshing. The breeze felt refreshing on a hot day. Refreshing. Number seven is barefoot. Barefoot. The children played barefoot in the sand. Barefoot. Number eight is fragrant. Fragrant. The forest of the pine trees was cool and fragrant. Fragrant. Number nine, springtime. Springtime. Springtime follows winter. Springtime. That's what we're in right now. Springtime. Some days it feels like winter, doesn't it? Number 10 is sleepily. Sleepily. My little brother yawned and rubbed his eyes sleepily. Sleepily. Number 11, joyfully. Joyfully. The baby clapped her hands joyfully. Joyfully. Number 12 is faithfully. Faithfully. Try to faithfully keep your promises. Faithfully. Thirteen is hopefully. Hopefully. We will not be late for the play rehearsal. Hopefully. Number 14, gratefully. Gratefully. Abby offered help and Becca accepted it gratefully. Gratefully. Number 15 is weekly. Weekly. The weekly prayer meeting is held on Wednesdays. Weekly. 16 is hungrily. hungrily. They ate their dinner hungrily. Hungrily. Number 17 is finally. Finally, after all his hard work, his efforts finally paid off. Finally. Number 18, carefully. Carefully. Mike uses a hammer and nails very carefully. Carefully. Number 19, painfully. Painfully. My tight shoes pressed painfully against my big toe. Painfully. Ooh. Does anybody know what the last word is? I can't see if you do. It is helpfully. Helpfully. Why don't you read the directions? Mom suggested helpfully. Helpfully. All right, if there's anything that you need, have repeated, maybe ask someone if they can repeat it for you. If not, make sure that you put that paper back in your packet. All right, we're going to move on. I want you to find your Read and Think book. And we're going to look at number 29. Number 29, it's page 57. Number 29. We have a poem here. And the author of this poem, the poem is called The Field Mouse. The author of this poem has something important to say about this little field mouse. Let's see if we can figure out what it is as we read. Okay? The Field Mouse by Cecil Francis Alexander. Where the acorn tumbles down, where the ash tree sheds its berry, with your fur so soft and brown, with your eyes so round and merry, scarcely moving the long grass, field mouse, I can see you pass. Little thing, in what dark den lie you all the winter sleeping, till warm weather comes again, then once more I see you peeping, round about the tall tree roots, nibbling at their fallen fruits. Field mouse, do not go where the farmer stacks his treasure. Find the nut that falls below, eat the acorn at your pleasure. But you must not steal the grain he has stacked with so much pain. Make your hole where mosses spring, underneath the tall oak shadow. Pretty, quiet, harmless thing. Play about the sunny meadow. Keep away from corn and house. None will harm you, little mouse. All right, now it says in the first stanza, they want you to underline the words that rhyme with clown. Now, do you see we have it divided into stanzas? Don't turn the page yet. We have stanza 1, stanza 2, stanza 3, and stanza 4. Up in the very first stanza, they want you to underline any words that you see that rhyme with clown. All right, down at the end of the first line. And how about brown at the end of the third line? Then they want you, in that same stanza, to circle any words that rhyme with cherry. Okay? At the end of the second line, berry. And at the end of the fourth line, Mary. And then box, put boxes around the words in the first stanza that rhyme with glass. Glass. Well, at the end of the fifth line, grass. And at the end of the sixth line, pass. Now, if we turn our paper over to the next page, we're going to talk about these words that rhyme at the end of the lines in our first stanza. This is called a rhyme scheme. A rhyme scheme. Now they have printed, it says in the blanks, I'm on the other page, in the blanks below, fill in the missing letters to complete the rhyme scheme pattern. When the acorn tumbles down, they put the letter A. Okay, that word at the end of the first line, down, letter A. Where the ash tree sheds its berry. Berry doesn't rhyme with down, so we're going to give it the next letter, B. With your fur so soft and brown. Brown rhymes with down, doesn't it? So we're going to give A to this line because it rhymes with A from the first line. With your eyes so round and merry. Oh, what does merry rhyme with? The second line, berry, and that was letter B. So let's put letter B. Scarcely moving the long grass. Grass doesn't rhyme with either one of those, so we're going to give it a new letter, C. Field mouse, I can see you pass. And pass rhymes with grass. So it gets the letter C. So our rhyme scheme is A, B, C, C. And the author usually follows that same pattern all the way through his poem for each stanza. A, B, A, that rhymes. B rhymes with B, C, C. That is called a rhyme scheme. Now, if there was another line and it didn't rhyme with any of those, it would get the letter D. You would just keep moving through the alphabet. Now, in the first stanza, the poet describes, warns, or scolds the field mouse. In the first two stanzas, let's go back and read it again. When the acorn tumbles down, where the ash tree sheds its berry, with your fur so soft and brown, with your eyes so round and merry, scarcely moving the long grass, field mouse, I can see you pass. Little thing, in what dark den lie you all the winter sleeping, till warm weather comes again, then once more I see you peeping, round about the tall tree roots, nibbling at their fallen fruits. Okay, so in those two stanzas, is the poet describing the field mouse? Is he warning the field mouse? Or is he scolding the field mouse? He's describing. So color in describing. In the last two stanzas, what's the poet doing here? Let's read those again. Field mouse, do not go where the farmer stacks his treasure. Find the nut that falls below, eat the acorn at your pleasure. But you must not steal the grain he has stacked with so much pain. Make your hole where mosses spring, underneath the tall oak shadow. Pretty, quiet, harmless thing, play about the sunny meadow. Keep away from corn and house, none will harm you, little mouse. What's he doing? Is he describing? Is he warning? Or is he scolding? He is warning, isn't he? Now, it says for number 4 to put an X through the picture that shows what the poet does not want the field mouse to do. Then color the picture that shows what the poet wants the field mouse to do. Oh, well, that second picture, right? He does not want him doing that. He wants him staying out away from the farm because it's safer out there for him. So we're going to put an X through the one where we have the fence and the kitty. Boy, that kitty would love to get that mouse. That's not safe, is it? And you're going to color the first picture. Okay, so today we were talking about the rhyme scheme, okay? Rhyme scheme. Words that rhyme, A, B, C, C. And it does the same thing in the next stanzas. The first and the third words rhyme, the second and the fourth words rhyme, and the fifth and the sixth rhyme. And he does it in all the stanzas. All right, good job today, guys. Remember, if you have not done your penmanship test, then you need to do that and get that in the packet. Okay, good job.